Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. I do want to highlight the 2 free EGS games that are available right now. Yes, you can no longer get the 6 free Batman games, so if you didn't take advantage of that and you're okay with installing EGS, you kind of made a mistake there, but the 2 games available right now are also pretty good, so I want to highlight that, as well as taking a look at the freebie that is coming next week, and I would say that next week is a little bit of a drop-off comparatively speaking to what we got this week and last week, but not every week is gonna be able to be like absolute gangbuster after gangbuster, so I can kind of understand that. Also, speaking of free, right now Ghost Recon Breakpoint's free open beta is live. It is having some problems, but I do want to highlight that. And then I also do want to highlight the reviews of the 2 Souls-like games that have dropped this week, The Surge 2 as well as Code Vein. The Surge 2 is out, Code Vein is out tomorrow, and we'll talk all about that. Actually, Code Vein might be out in a couple of hours. That's typically how Bamco does their releases on PC, but nonetheless, we'll talk about those games at the end of this video. But first up, EGS has got a couple of freebies available right now. The excellent Metro 2033 redo is available for free. This is a game that got review bombed on Steam quite a bit. After the announcement of Metro Exodus becoming an Epic Games Store exclusive, I didn't necessarily agree with the review bombing. However, the whole story with Exodus was kind of effed up, so that was a little bit of a bummer. But nonetheless, Metro 2033 is available as a freebie, and Metro 2033 is an awesome game. I was pretty vocal in saying that Metro Exodus, in my opinion, is the weakest of the 3 Metro games. I still think Exodus is quite good, and you can play it through Game Pass, so why not play it? But Metro 2033 is a really great game. I would rank this number 2, right behind Metro Last Light, and Metro Last Light is on sale on the Epic Games Store. I don't know how many of you guys have interest in that. However, if you've never played Metro 2033, go ahead and snag that for free, as it is a fantastic and atmospheric first-person shooter. This is a game that really absorbs you into the atmosphere, the aura of the game. It's very dark, very drab, and very narrative-driven as well. So if you want to play Metro Exodus, I would also recommend you to play through all 3 of the Metro titles, because jumping into Exodus, yeah, you can have a great time with it, but you're gonna get more out of these games if you play them in sequential order. Okay, so outside of Metro 2033, as they do whenever they offer a more mature game, they do also offer a kid-friendly game, because so many people with EGS installed are Fortnite players, so everything is also free. Everybody's memeing on everything being free because they're like, the game is called Everything, and it has you be the universe in this epic award-winning reality simulation game featuring thousands of playable characters, endless exploration, and an extraordinary soundtrack and narration from Alan Watts. The game was received rather well on Steam, 83% positive based on 2014 user reviews, 78 on Metacritic. It's an interactive experience where every object in the universe is a playable characters, from animals to planets to galaxies and beyond. Travel between outer and inner space and explore a vast, interconnected universe of things without enforced goals, scores, or tasks to complete. Everything is a procedural, AI-driven simulation of the systems of nature, seen from the points of view of everything in the universe. Learn to transform yourself to create worlds within worlds within worlds, or let go anytime to allow everything to take over and produce a never-ending documentary about the world you live in. Narrated by the inspiring philosophy of Alan Watts and featuring a rich score from composer Ben Lucas Boysen, everything will give you a new perspective on life. So that is quite the hefty statement. Typically goes for $14.99, but available right now as a freebie over on the Epic Games Store. Alright, so those are the 2 free games available right now, but how about this? A pretty big free open beta is live right now with Ghost Recon Breakpoint's open beta. It's live right now, however, as the Ghost Recon Breakpoint Twitter account detailed, there are some issues with the game. They noted, Ghost, in order to guarantee a smooth experience for all players, we need to finalize the preparation of our infrastructure before we can open the servers to everyone. We apologize for the delay and will post an update ASAP. They followed up by saying, apologies for the delay. The Ghost Recon Breakpoint open beta should be available later today. So some people are having issues getting on, but hopefully everything is good to go. You can download the beta directly from Uplay, and of course this game will be available to Uplay Plus subscribers. Still not completely sold on that as a subscription service, because $14.99 a month is a little bit of a hard sell. When things like Xbox Game Pass is $5 a month, yes, it's gonna go up to $10 a month, but I would easily say that Game Pass has the far stronger game library, and it's still cheaper, and it's still going for $5 a month, and you can choose the system and get 3 years of that for $180. Whatever the case may be, Breakpoint is still gonna be available as a traditional game to buy, so if you want to go that route, of course, by all means, go that route. Now, the game won't be released on Steam. It is exclusive to the Epic Games Store as well as Uplay, one of the most shrewd business decisions that honestly, Ubisoft has ever done, and I give them credit for juicing Epic Games of money and then going around and releasing the game on their own platform to promote their own subscription service and collect all of the money, because let's be real, who is buying Ghost Recon Breakpoint on Epic Games Store? I doubt hardly anyone. And Ubisoft did detail that the open beta should be live right now and working right now, but based on what I'm reading online and on Twitter and various social media platforms, seems like some people are still having issues. It's a free beta. The idea is they're gonna work out these issues for the launch of the game, which is dropping October 1st, I believe, for the Gold Edition and Uplay Plus subscribers, and then if you buy the base game, that'll be dropping on October 4th. Hopefully this doesn't persist in the final game, but this is kind of 0 hour. I mean, the game is out in just a couple of days if you're buying the Gold Edition. Hopefully these issues don't persist. That would really be a train wreck for a game like this that is so online focused, but nonetheless, the open beta is live right now. And lastly, I do want to cover some interesting reviews and Metacritic scores of games that have come out, The Surge 2 as well as Code Vein. Now, these games go hand in hand because The Surge 2 is a Souls-like game, Code Vein is a Souls-like game, so this week is kind of heavy in that you've got two Souls-like games. Surge 2 is doing pretty decent review-wise, so is Code Vein, but no game is really blowing it out of water, and I really find that to be unfortunate because I had touted that if these games wanted to reach that next level audience to get that casual Souls fan, because in my eyes, Souls has really become a mainstream franchise, you need these games to be stellar so people are streaming it all day and the word about these games really get out, because the word isn't really out for Surge 2, the word really isn't out for Code Vein, so I feel like they're just gonna stick in their more niche bubble. But nonetheless, The Surge 2 right now on Metacritic has a 74, and Metacritic did something really annoying with this game when promoting it on their website. I complained about this on Twitter, but the game got a 74. That is absolutely a respectable score. Dare I say that it is a good score. In what world is a 74 not a great score? I guess in the world of Metacritic, because for a little while, this is what they said when talking about The Surge 2. They noted the sequel to the 2017 sci-fi action RPG is out Tuesday for consoles and PC. It's still not great. Now, the verbiage of using "it's still not great" really led readers to think that it's just a bad game, it's a terrible game. When you say, oh, that's not great, that usually means bad news, but The Surge 2 is not a bad game, and Metacritic knew they effed up because they changed the verbiage, and they changed it to, it's still not great, however, it is pretty good, or something to that effect. But yeah, that was just really annoying. I feel like we've normalized it in gaming where every game is getting 85s, 90s, 95s. It seems like if Nintendo shits on a toilet, that's a 95, so I don't even know what some of these scores anymore. I know gaming is incredibly subjective, but come on, a 74 should be a good score. If you want to say that The Surge 2 should be scored lower, that's one thing completely different, but 74 itself is a pretty good score, and the game itself is very flashy. I like the sci-fi level design. I've only played a little bit of it. Give me some time and I want to try it out a little more, but that's the review score on that. And as far as Code Vein goes, faring a little worse at a 72 on Metacritic. However, that's still very much a respectable score. Now, the difference with Code Vein is, of course, it does have more of an anime look to it, and that's going to appease a different audience. That's why I don't think The Surge 2 and Code Vein necessarily have to compete with one another too much. Code Vein very much an anime look to it, so it's gonna attract a different user base, and The Surge 2 has got that sci-fi look to it, more of a Western game. But nonetheless, the reviews are still coming out. Some of them are really good. I mean, IGN gave it a 7 out of 10. That's not all that bad. There are a couple of really negative reviews. GameSpot gave it a 6. Trusted Reviews gave it a 4 out of 10. And it's not like it's getting a lot of 9s or even 8.5s. There's only a couple of those. So it seems like this is a little bit of a mixed bag. With Code Vein being a $60 release, that's a little bit of a hard sell. Now, in the case of The Surge 2, it was released at a little bit more of a palatable price point at $50, so there is that to note as well. But Code Vein is due out tomorrow, or actually, in fact, yes, Bamco is doing their typical release on Steam. So as of recording this video, it will be out in 2 hours. By the time you're watching the video, it's probably already out. And that's gonna conclude this video, guys. Again, 2 freebies over on EGS right now with Metro 2033 Redo, as well as everything. And by the way, next week, we'll have Minute as the freebie. Didn't even really get to that. Ghost Recon Breakpoint's open beta is live right now. It is having some issues, but hopefully that'll be remedied all soon enough. And The Surge 2 and Code Vein both getting somewhat mixed reviews, but let's be real, 72 and a 74 on Metacritic, those should be positive scores. Just the narrative has shifted a little bit as to what really is a positive score. That's gonna conclude this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that button, so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.